Hello, this is Gerard back with another video. First of all, shout out to all those who do this type of stuff on a regular. I don't. This is not an easy thing to do. So, whether they do the cooking tutorials or a lot of what it is, shout out to you all, man. But anyways, for today I just wanted to talk about doing what you're supposed to do, even when you're faced with obstacles and challenges and stuff. So essentially, just being obedient, and to the word of God, or to whatever it is, even in throughout the circumstance. Um, so first thing first, I did learn that Jesus does call us to obey. I'll put more so why in the descriptions down below, so I can say enough to, I guess, to keep people's attention. That's not easy to do either. So, and then the second thing is that obedience is an act of worship for God. And then, as we know, God does reward obedience. Then another thing is obedience does prove our love for God. And then most of all, not most, but a big part of it is that God does, being obedient does demonstrate faith in things. So, like I said, it's hard. I know it's hard as Christians, as people in general, whatever it is that you believe in, just to believe that things don't work out and stay focused on the plan. I'm no different, and nobody else is no different. But quick story. When I was I had to be like about 16, and not much has changed with some things. I man I and I'm still working. God's still working on me, and I think I'm getting a lot better. But God, I used to have I just had a hard time forgiving people. Um, my mother made me mad. Man, I did not. I barely talked to my mother for about. I mean, it could have been like 5 or 6 months. This is a true story. Barely talked. I'm talking about barely. And so, uh, my mother did get me back. I'm not in a bad way in the end, but I was reprimanded for it. But what she did was those 5 6 months I was mad at her. I'm talking about this month. 5 6 months I was mad at her. She allowed me grace, um, to go through what I was going through mentally at the time, or whatever it is that was bothering me. But she allowed me that grace. So what happened was, this is Christmas '96. Man, that's so long ago. But Christmas '96, it was like, she bought me the stereo for Christmas. Man, I acted like I was not gonna like the stereo, but in the inside, when I saw the stereo, I because I love music, man, and I act in the ASS still, you know, and then it was my I got older brothers, but it's my next oldest brother that came in and said, "Hey," and I do his voice like, "Man, she trying," and that's all he said to me. They didn't yell nothing. Just, "Man, she trying," and so it's like I went out of the room, kind of broke down. No joke. Cause I'm just like, man, she has been trying. So, and I'm the one that's holding on to whatever it is that I'm thinking that to get to be mad and hold a grudge. So what I'm saying is that basically, um, my mother allowed me grace, and she remained obedient to even being a parent at that point. She didn't have to continue to feed me, clothe me, whatever it was. She could have just said, "Forget it, go." But she remained obedient. Like I said, it got whatever it is, it got the point across. But what had happened was, in return, actually, I learned to appreciate my mother a lot more during that time. So what happened was, her obedience taught me how to appreciate her a lot more. Like I said, I did. Well, it was about a month later. I'm gonna say, you know how moms are. She let me go through it, but then I got it though. I mean, I ain't I'm a little bit too big at the time, but she got me. I was punished, so that did happen. But I'm just saying that her obedience in return taught me how to be more appreciative with her without her saying anything, which is a good thing. So like, even I'm thinking about all that I'm going through, and all people I know that's going through. It's this song by Will Murphy. Oddly, I was listening to this song prior to going to church Sunday, and it was moving me before I got to church. But then I get to church, they're singing this song after the pastor's preaching. So it's just to say that, William Murphy, Everlasting God. I'll put in the comments below. But the sermon was beautiful when it talked about when all things come together. So with that being said, it's just saying that I'm listening to God. It's like, God, I get it. Just remain obedient to your word. So what I'm saying is that I know people might say stuff to you, be it family, if you're married, even your children, but you're still supposed to remain obedient to God's word, and that's a tough thing to do. Even when it's like, man, what this person's saying is really, really hurting me right now. But God, what is it that you want me to do? So it's not that you're not listening to people and people don't hurt you. Words do hurt. Actions hurt. But the thing is, it's just being obedient to God. A lot of times that, in the long run, that gets us over these humps. So, overall, in like I said, in William Murphy's song, it says, "I remain confident. I remain confident." And so when I'm hearing God speak to you, man, just stay where you at. Things might not work out the way that you want them to work, or they just might, but you just remain confident in what I told you to do. You remain obedient in what I told you to do, and you'll be okay. So I hope to hear other people's testimonies about being obedient, and hope to see you in the next video. Peace.